Hey everybody, welcome to Keep It Simple, day number 37. Today we are going to work on trunk rotation. So we will be getting some good core involved and also the legs, but we're going to start off with our roll. So grab your roller, start at the top of the body, and we'll get it going. I have a single 44-pound or 20-kilogram kettlebell and a set of 15-pound dumbbells. So the dumbbells are a little bit lighter than what we've done in the past for our moves. I'm going to do a wood chop and a Renegade Row to rotation or press. But I'm going to stay with a little bit heavier or higher rep ranges for those. So, and part of my whole keep it simple concept is trying to keep my weight selection super minimal. So just grab something that you think that will feel good and work you for the duration. I'm excited about those rotations. Get into the legs and that core. Trunk rotations are a little bit more advanced. So being able to hold flexion through, take your roller behind your head, keep your flexion through the core while you're rotating is advanced. Let your neck go side to side, your head side to side. So you should be pushing just a little bit into the place at the bottom of the skull. Feel those two little nubbies. Occipital lobe, I think it's called. Good. That little bit of pressure. All right. Okay, let's go down into the glutes. Lean on one glute, side of the hip. Roll as far up as you can, and then as far down that hamstring as feels good for you. Rolling helps loosen up and soften that fascia that encases the muscle. So if you have rigid, stiff fascia, it's actually more difficult to change the shape of the muscle. That's where injuries come from, because we're trying to get the muscle to do things with a very rigid fascia. All right, switch to the other side. Up and down as far as you can go up that glute. This is also super duper great idea to do before you go to bed. I find if I can stay consistent with rolling before bed, then I wake up a little bit less stiff, a little more ready for my day. It's always a good feeling. Good. Keep it going up and down. Nice job. All right, and we'll go ahead and be done with our roll for today with that. Get your roller out of the way, and then we're going to go through a couple rotations here to also get warmed up. So hands and knees, take your right hand behind the head, grab your core, inhale, lift up nice and high, exhale to lower, inhale, lift, exhale, lower, inhale, lift. Make sure that core stays strong. You're trying to lift up through the mid-back. The rotation comes through the mid-back. So remember the upper back is stable and your mid-back is mobile and the low back is stable. Switch to the other side. Engage in the back so that you have that stable upper back. Push evenly through the palm on the supporting hand. Engage that core. Think about what you want from today, what you want to get out of it, what you're wanting to develop. Just keeping the body moving, or you want to try to build some new muscle, extra tone, extra heat, extra intensity, you decide. All right, push up and back into that downward facing dog. Bend your knees for me for just a little bit. Driving the chest back a little bit deeper, especially if you're starting off with tight hamstrings. You need to start here. Then go ahead and straighten if you can, keeping that butt pushed up into the air, the core strong, and your chest driving back toward your thighs. All right, we're going to go back into our twist just a little bit. Press into your right hand. Reach the left hand back and grab outside that calf. Get some breath going here. Deep, even breaths. As funky or crazy or unnecessary as it seems, the breath makes a huge difference in what's going on. Twist and grab. Other side, twist and grab. And then back to the left, twist and grab. All right, walk your hands back to your feet. We're going to lower into our low squat. Okay, so our first exercise for today are going to be squat rotations. So that's where we're going to be using our kettlebell. We're going to do 20 total, 10 per side, alternating side to side. So we've done these a few times. We squat as deep as is comfortable for us. In our squats, you'll be holding your bell in a goblet squat. So up at the chest, then you're going to drive up through those heels, rotating to one side. So the idea will definitely be to try to keep those hips square and stable, pelvis in position. You'll squat and then rotate. Squat and then rotate. So you're going to get that opening in that back hip flexor. There's a small twist in the hips, but really the majority of that twist is coming through the mid back. The low back stays stable with the pelvis, all right? So 20 total, 10 per side. We're going to take our time. It's not about going super duper fast. It's about getting it done well. Make sure you're ready. Do a couple of extra twists from the top. Okay, get that goblet hold. Grab nice and deep. Get your breath ready to go. Squat and then rotate. 2. Tighten that core. Push through the heels. Your amount of twist is up to you. Feel those glutes push you up. Halfway. Grab and lock through that core. Lots of core. If you're not grabbing that core, the low back isn't going to be very happy for very long. 18, 19, 20. Awesome. All right, get rid of the bell. Take a couple standing twists, and then we're going to go into a wood chop. So you'll grab one of your 15s. You're going to swing. We're using momentum. Swing your arms down, and then twist up to the side. 10 per side. Here's 1, 2, 3. Try to keep those hips level. 9, 10. Other side. Now you kind of have to shift your hips away from the twist. 4, 5. Core has to grab first. Keep that core solid to keep everything protected and healthy. 9, 10. Whew. All right. Next up, we're going to do a Renegade Row to press. All right. It may not work for everyone, so I'll give you an alternative. Okay, what we're wanting to do is a plank position, hands on your weights, rotate in the hips, pull the weight tight to the chest, and then bring it back down. We're going to do all 10 on one side and all 10 on the other. So your whole body is rotating together, hips, mid-back, shoulders, everything at once, and then you're going to rotate back down. So instead of getting our shifted twists and alternative twists, hips to shoulders, we're going to keep it all twisting together. So another option is to go without weight. And another option is to do basically your lawnmower row, but then get that back foot down and then see if you can twist up here. All right, so either or, Totally fine. All 10 on one side, all 10 on the other. You can also plant your hand, your palm down on the ground. 3, keep the weight tight into the chest, focusing that core. 6, 7, using that back to support the press at the top. 9, starting with the core. 10, other side. Rotate, elbow tucks in. Make sure you get that solid plank back at the ground. Don't forget how the breath is incorporated. 8. Lots of stabilizer muscles here. 10. Whew, okay, next up, we have touchdowns. That's going to be the end of the round. That's going to be our little burst. Nothing too major. Start over at the top. These are back at 20 per side. Cut behind, 40 total. Drop your hips. Feel that twist. 7. Square off to the mat, to the wall, whatever, your screen. Then the shift comes in the mid-back. 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. All right, hinge over your legs. A little bit wider than hip width. Let your upper body drop. Keep the hips level, both hands. Grab outside your left calf. And then both hands outside your right. Awesome start. Back to that kettlebell. Squat and rotate. Be focused. What's going on? Nice full squat. Push up. Pivot off that back toe. Feel the glutes and the core. 7, 8, 9. Halfway. Tall chest, long back. Hips and pelvis, stay neutral. Remember, nothing in your low back. 18, 19, 20. Whew. All right, same thing, set your hands on that bell, or if you're using a dumbbell, totally fine. Let those hips shift left and right. Gets your heart rate up a little. I always like that. Here we go for our Woodchops. Squared off hips, little squat, thrust with the core. 4. Pack your back, flex those glutes. 9, 10. Other side. 2, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right. 10 per side on our Renegade Row press. I'm going to start on my second side. We'll take a couple breaths. Why not? Gear up. Ready for this set. Ready and go. Rotate, press. All the way back to that plank set. 5. You've got to have stability, core and upper back, or you're not going to be able to hold the support of that weight pressing up. 8, 9, 10. Other side. Fresh side. Feels so good. 2, 3, 4. Check in with the body. Don't let that weight run away with you. I kind of did that last one. 7, 8. Level off. Twist. Tuck. Rotate. 9. 10. Woo! All right. Those added up much more than the last round. Here we go, touchdowns. Don't sacrifice form for speed here on this. Go as fast as you'd like, but make sure you're dropping the hips and you're sticking that leg super far back and to the side. Reach opposite arm forward as the leg that's forward. 15. 19. 20. Whew. Hinge back forward. Feet just outside the hips. Twist to one side. Try to keep those hips level. And then the other. All right. One more set. We'll take a second. Be geared up for it. Everything should be adding up by now. There's so much involved in your self-effort, your self-intensity, self-flex, okay? So figure out how to make it more difficult if that's what you came for. If you are just happy that you're here, that you turned it on and showed up, then just stay where you're at. All right, a couple more breaths. Taking a little break is also so effective for getting your mental connection, getting that mental preparedness. Squat, press, twist. 2. No rushing. 3. Because we're taking the time to feel the glutes, core, open hip flexor. 4. Always in control, always in flexion. 15. 18. 19. 20. Whee! Oh, felt good. Tough, but strong, capable, flexible, mobile. Yay. Feeling like you have a plank going on in the midst of everything else as well. Eight, 9, 10. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Tighten around. Belly button. Grab your back, your lats. 8, 9, 10. Oh. All right. Bring it down. Take a little hinge in the back, little twist side to side. All right. Whichever side you want to start on. Lock and load. Grab that core, twist, and press. No rush. Stay in the moment. Shoulder stays up over that wrist. 9, 10. Second side. Roll, twist, press. Feel the difference side to side. What's grabbing more? What's tighter? What's stronger? Seven. Lift with control. Drop with control. 9. 10. That last one got difficult out of nowhere. Whew. Okay. Touchdowns. Take a second. Your first few set in. Then you can start flying a little more. If that's where your body's at. 5. 6. Drop the hips. It's not about the chest dropping. Those hips are dropping. $17. Grab the core more. More. Come on, you can do it. 20. There's a lot to keep track of. So important. All right. Lie on your back. We're going to start with some rotations if you weren't prepared. All right. Whew. Simple, but effective. Arms out wide, palms on the ground. Make sure everything feels squared off and in alignment. So drop or place your left ankle on the right knee. Push your left knee away from your torso. Can you keep everything still square and stable? So make sure the right foot doesn't move. It just rotates to the outer edge of the right foot. Keep pushing your left knee away from you. Make sure that right foot didn't move. So you should feel a pretty intense pull through the left hip, glute, and low back. All right, let's check in with that breath. I know several of you are gearing up for the October challenge. We are, if you're doing this program in sync, we have 11 days until we start our new programming. So you can, if you already subscribe to the workouts and pay $12 per month or the year fee, okay, roll in, you will automatically be getting the October challenge workouts. This series will pause. Let's go ahead and get that glute. Stay in your figure 4. Pull everything in. And then we'll pick these up and finish off, keep it simple, November 1st. Several of you have already been working, getting prepared, figuring out what you are going to do to adjust your systems. If you're already in a really good maintenance pattern and work pattern, don't feel like you need to adjust it. Set your right ankle on top of the left knee. Many of you have been working with me for many years and have a very solid system, a very solid lifestyle that you have found works for you. Rotate to the left. So if you have something that works, don't feel like you need to adjust it unless something's been nagging at you. I have those things. I have a pretty solid set system, but occasionally I hear something or read something or find some research. So it kind of sits in my mind. I try to look for more research, and then I'm ready to challenge my system and change my habits, take something out, add something in, make little adjustments. So definitely that happens, but don't feel like you need to change what's already working. But you will enjoy our workout patterns for the month of October. I'm super looking forward to it, even though I'm having fun with our KIS series. All right, roll it in. Interlace your hands behind that left thigh. So simple, yet so effective. Not a super regimented pattern. I've kind of just been listening to my body and figuring out what I think would be healthy to push into next, and trying to keep it simple for equipment purposes and even how many different exercises we have per session. All right, rock and roll your way up. Pull your left foot into your inner thigh on the right, and the right leg is out straight. Try to put your right arm inside your right leg and then level off. So you're going to have to let that left hip drop. Maybe this is your stretch just right here. If you can keep your chest up and open, lift the left arm as high as you can and then over. You've got to be able to relax in the neck, and you've got to be able to keep that left hip pushing toward the ground. Opening the chest. So we're feeling all along the left lat, hip, back, glute. All right, switch to the other side. Right leg in, Left arm lines up inside. So already get that stretch. Maybe you're not able to get this low, that's fine. Maybe line it up here, place your hand, but try to get some sort of traction inside that leg, something to push against so you can get your trunk opened. Look at that twist, feels so good. You can get your body to twist that way. You're gonna have much more function. You're gonna feel better in the neck, the head, less headaches, less low back issues. All right, nice job. Take a second in your ancestral squat. Push those elbows out into the knees, sit nice and low. All right, fantastic job. Another day done, added to our bank account of fitness and longevity. I'll see you again tomorrow.